And don't forget, before 1842, there was children as young as 5 years old working down these mines doing that.
Wow.
Yeah, so Puzzlewood is actually a rare temperate forest, actually been famous as a film location for many things like Star Wars and Doctor Who. So you know when those just random moments happen, there's just random events or random weekends happen out of the blue and you weren't expecting it and they just turn out to be something amazing. Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to the channel, and you join myself and Rose. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we have just driven through the Forest of Dean. That was quite an experience, certainly in a van our size. The roads weren't designed for Serenity, but it was a lovely experience. However, the end goal was the point. So today we are going to be exploring Clearwell Caves and Puzzlewood, which apparently is a really nice sculptured walk, but obviously through woodland. So first stop, yeah, Clearwell Caves. It's a stunning day, 33 degrees last time I looked, so it's been amazing the weather that we're experiencing in the UK right now. So the Clearwell Caves are actually based in the Forest of Dean, and they actually boast over 4,500 years of mining history. They actually evolved as Neolithic caves from the mining of ochre, and then developed during the Roman period as iron ore mines. Well, so to start with, something I didn't actually thought about was fossils that would have, of course, been found in caves that are this deep. Yeah, these are actually fossils of tree ferns from the Carboniferous period. It's actually 290 million years old. 290 million, I can't even get my head around that. That's older than Rose. Yeah, so there's actually children's shoes found in the mines as well, dating back to the 19th century. And in fact, it wasn't until 1842 that there was an act passed that made it illegal for children to work in the mines. They had been working in the mines as young as 5 years old. Can you imagine that? So when that act was passed in 1842, actually quite an interesting date as well, because for 70 years, from 1842 to 1916, 4.5 million tons of iron ore were extracted from these mines. And you know, we're talking very basic mining tools and equipment here, not like modern day tools. 70 years, by hand, 4.5 million tons of iron ore. It just blows the brain. I think it's important to remember as we explore this that this is actually a natural cave system that was extensively mined. So this didn't start out as mine, it's all created by man. It is a natural cave system. And well, as Rose is about to show, quite stunning.
Tools you see here were made by man, building up a few rocks and putting clay in them to retain the water. Mining was thirsty work, so it saved them carrying in drinking water. So that's them.
You may notice as Rose films and we walk around the mine that there are many random sculptures in here that you wouldn't expect to see in the mines. There is actually a sculpture exhibition on. I'll have a look. I'm not quite sure what the connection is between the caves and the sculptures. However, what I will say, one has just caught one out of the corner of my eye, and I'm very keen to see the relevance of this sculpture and what it actually is. Tell me what you guys think that looks like. I've got my own ideas.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
I think that's what it is.
Oh look, you can see the straws coming off the top.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, look at this.
Wow. That is pretty impressive. As Rose has just pointed out to me, not exactly the same as the last caves we were at, but there are straws coming from the ceiling. And although they may only be, I don't know, 3-4 inches long, some of those, if it's anything like the rate of growth, well, it just depends on the rate it comes through. But if it is anything like the other cave, I mean, it came through quite rapidly there, and they still took 1,000 years to produce an inch. So even at the same rate, those 3 or 4 inches there are 3,000 or 4,000 years old.
Amazing.
Incredible.
So here they are, close up.
Right then, everybody.
Actually looks like
It looks like what I think.
crustacean tails.
They look like what I... Come on, everybody. Side with me here. They look what I think it looks like, right? You know what I'm thinking they look like.
I think they're crustacean tails.
Crustacean 12. Have we got any information?
Yeah.
12.
Number 12.
Number 12. Polly Morgan. Painted polyurethane and powder coated steel. What? That's not an answer. People, that is not a satisfying
That's not a
answer.
satisfactory answer.
The connection would be that these are iron sculptures, and this is famous for its ochre and iron ore deposits. Obviously, since the Roman times, it's been mining iron, so is that the connection? Because all the sculptures are iron sculptures?
Maybe. Go see if you can see what that red is.
For this figure?
Is that a drawing?
It's like a man climbing up a rock. This is just as fascinating as the Goth's Cave in Clearwell Gorge, but for different reasons. I'm a lot more confused about this one. I guess this is some of the stuff that would have been used, you know, with ancient paintings that you see on walls and stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Neolithic paintings.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because they said this was from Neolithic period that it started as ochre mining. Just to show, under the light here, just to show everybody, like everywhere, if you can see that, everywhere you touch, you just get this red deposit from the ochre on your hands.
Should we colour painting?
Hang on.
No, you're not doing it on me.
No, I was gonna
No,
stroke
you
my
will
face.
though.
I can't. No, I've got beard anyway. It won't work.
Oh, we could dye your beard.
I was gonna war paint my face.
Where do you reckon that door goes?
Well, that one is definitely not Narnia.
That's definitely not Narnia.
No.
We found that one in that
looks
old
more
house.
pits of hell than Narnia.
You can feel the heat. You can feel it warming up.
Oh wow, yeah, just suddenly like crossed the barrier.
Yeah, you can actually feel it warming up. What a beautiful day. Gosh, it's hot.
I tell you what, when you come out of 10 degrees in the cave, out to 30 degrees outside, you notice that change.
It is hot. Okay, this one was being towed. There's no wonder they couldn't get it out.
They should have used one of their metal ropes back there. That was never going to do the job.
Look.
I'd have made a good train driver.
Reckon?
Yeah, all you got to do is play with knobs all day long.
Feet up on the dash and the calling open road. Road trip classics on the radio. With your hand tied in mine, there's no such thing as time. Now we can go anywhere you wanna go.
Yeah, so Puzzlewood is actually a rare temperate forest, actually been famous as a film location for many things like Star Wars and Doctor Who. An ancient forest, very famous for its twisted trees and moss-covered rocks. So yeah, we just thought, being it's such a beautiful day, we'll take a walk in this famous forest and see what this has to offer. But I must admit, since coming out of the nice 10 degrees Clearwell Caves, I'm feeling the 30 degrees outside here already, so we will see how long this lasts. But come for a walk in the woods, guys. We'll see you soon. So just a note, it's $9.50 per adult to enter the woods. I didn't say how much it was for children. I'll have a look and I'll stick that up here later, how much it is for children. But it's yeah, it's open until 6 o'clock in the evening during the summer months and 5 o'clock outside of the peak time. It's a really good place actually to take the family and kids. Play area, obviously there's a great wooded area to explore and run around in as well. But yeah, but I'll show you guys. Quite a cheap day out, I think. I've honestly never seen anything like this. This is mad. You can feel like the ancientness as you walk around. It's just, and like these little pathways through the rocks and everything. There's Rosa's going through now. It's amazing. Like, I say amazing a lot of things when I watch them, but like this really is so cool. Never been in a woodland like this before. Good evening, everybody. So you know when those just random moments happen, there's just random events or random weekends happen out of the blue and you weren't expecting it and they just turn out to be something amazing. So this trip Rose and I are on this weekend. So I literally last night got back from an amazing 5-day road trip with my sister. We decided to head across to Wales. My sister loves water and everything about it, whether it's rivers and reservoirs or waterfalls or whatever. So we went out on a 5-day road trip in an attempt in this hot weather to try and find any existing water and rivers and waterfalls and stuff. And yeah, you guys have probably just seen it, anybody that's watching the channel, because I've just been releasing those videos on the channel. So I got back last night, and this morning we decided to head back out again because the weather's amazing and why not? Life's too short, right? So we actually headed back out in the same direction. We actually went to the Forest of Dean this morning and we went and saw a cave system, Clearwell Caves, and then Puzzlewood Forest, which is just this amazing ancient forest. And then we've drove back out of the Forest of Dean, but still in the Wye Valley, trying to find somewhere to stop for the night. And we found this campsite called Red Sky at Night. I'll leave the details in the description below. Now, it is a pitch up campsite. So basically there is a couple of really basic composting toilets. There's an area to wash your pots. And then there's these small pitch areas where you can have campfires, by the way, but they keep it down so you know what each pitch is. And that's it. But you know, when you just get to some campsites and they just have this feel, they just have this vibe, right? The second I pulled onto it, you know, it's like, because honestly, like Rose and I were looking, we wanted somewhere, we wanted a shower tonight. I did get a shower last night, but I've been on the road for 5 days, you know, and it was just nice. We just thought, we'll have some little luxuries. And we got here and I was like, oh, there isn't any facilities. Oh, well, it is what it is. But the second I got out of the van and I looked around, I just fell in love with the place. And honestly, if you are, although I'm surrounded by midges again, and I've been eaten alive over the last week. I've never been attacked so much as this. Anyway, I digress. If you are anywhere near the Wye Valley or anywhere near the Forest of Dean, and you just want a nice, simple place to pitch up for the night, whether you've got a tent, whether you're in a van or whatever, right? Honestly, I will big this place up until the day I die, just because of the feel and the vibe. You can't, if you can see here, these are the few vehicles or tents that are on the pitch. And then this is our view for this evening. I can't tell you, I hope the camera does it some justice. It just feels lush. It's like if you need to unplug for a minute and just de-stress or unwind. It honestly, I know I like rave about some of these places I go to. The one I went to not long ago in a 5-day road trip with Rose in a Lake District on a family farm, that was gorgeous as well. But this is just, it's just so picturesque. It's just stunning. Honestly, beautiful. So yeah, guys, if you're anywhere near the Wye Valley, anywhere near the Forest of Dean, this is about 20 minutes drive from the Forest of Dean. It's actually right near the town of Monmouth. Monmouth? Not sure whether it's Monmouth or Monmouth. I think Monmouth. Sorry folks, if you're from this area and I've not pronounced it right. But yeah, that's where we are. I'm lost for words. It's speechless. Beyond my expectations. I love it when you just come across a place like this, or you just end up with a night and you weren't expecting it. It does campfires, so we're going to have a campfire this evening where we're going to relax when the sun goes down. In the meantime, we're going to have an amazing view of sunset, right? Just beautiful. Oh, I'm in heaven. 5 days in Wales, and I've come straight back to the Wye Valley, turn and burn, and it was worth every minute in the traffic getting here. Life is too short, right? Life is for living. Love it. Thanks very much, guys. See you soon.